Alright. Another video. Title of this is going to be Small Acts of Redemption and Cognitive Dissonance. And I think this might have to do, this might be able to be something that could apply to why we are as a group, and I mean by us or we or whatever, I mean the people who are intellectually driven, who see the world, and who are most capable, I guess, most interested, I think would be a better way to put it. People that are most interested in the world, doesn't matter whether it's about politics or whether it's about philosophy or whatever. We who are most interested in it, yet we require these, or we use these small acts of redemption in conjunction with cognitive dissonance to avoid the real problems. Talking about it isn't enough. That's a small act of redemption. And my small act of redemption has been to draw up this solution. And it is a solution. Those who don't take it seriously, those who don't take me seriously are the same people who wouldn't take the situation that we're in seriously. I might have interesting little quirky things to say, little notions that just flutter away after they've been listened to. Cool ideas to some other to some of you who watch this. These are simply cool ideas. They're nothing more. For me, they're reality. For me, this solution is reality. More real than any person's job, because the jobs that any person's going to have are a part of this false paradigm, this zeitgeist that exists, which prevents any reality from happening. These small acts of redemption have gotten in the way of our ability to make real acts of redemption. And this cognitive dissonance is what prevents us really most of all from achieving any kind of a dominance over this issue and over the actual shit that's happening. Anybody who is presenting the information but taking the stance of I don't want to get involved is cognitively dissonant. I am literally standing before you all, or sitting, and I am proposing an answer. And even if there weren't problems, this would still be a better system, a better society. The education system is better. The money system is better. The structure of the overall government is better. It would eliminate war. Plus, because the education system would include every religion as an aspect of the education process. So everyone is taught all of the religions. And as a philosophy taught by the Wise Council, children would be encouraged not to have sex, not just to not have sex before marriage, but to not have to have sex with one person, have the first person they have sex with the last person, therefore encouraging them to think deeply about who they choose to be intimate with. You don't want the first person to be a loser. You don't want the first person to be this or that. But then after you do that, it's just like getting married. It would be the same thing, basically, as getting married. Except it would be much more real than the silly-ass traditions that are made. And it would be more effective. I mean, that doctrine would be more awesome than, more powerful than any of the religion's way of thinking about it, because they're idiots, because they're run by idiots. From the beginning of their foundation, religions have been taken over. After the initial philosopher or whoever created it, they were taken over by idiots, because it couldn't have been helped, and they haven't really been changed very much in the last however long. So idiots we still have. But this would be an improvement. And it would be, I think, because it's so conservative, it would be acceptable to anyone. And because it would have the probability of eliminating or decreasing the amount of venereal diseases in general, I think it would also be effective in the secular society. The problem is people are too damn stubborn. But with this much improvement, or with this much freedom, with the general aroma, the general prospect of this solution or this system, or whatever you want to, whatever, it doesn't matter, would be so great. Feeding the whole planet, okay? This would be undeniable to anyone if they really spent the time to read it and look it over. Or if I could discuss it with, if this could be presented to a very large audience, I would be more than willing to discuss the entire thing, or, you know, whatever. Inject it into the mainstream. It doesn't matter to me whether or not this gets picked up by the people who are in charge now. And it wouldn't matter to me if this were to be implemented by another entity. If this was stolen by someone and put out into the mainstream, I wouldn't give a shit. I really wouldn't. If this was stolen and I lost my chance to really see this through by myself, I wouldn't care. Because that would be cognitive dissonance, I think. To say that it would be a terrible thing for someone else to do this where I couldn't. This is getting to me, because I feel like more and more as this comes to fruition, as this whole thing unfolds, that I need to do what I need to do.